Napoleon wasn't finished. He saw his men's spirits breaking, their eyes hollow from the Egyptian ophthalmia and the relentless sun. He knew that for these men, the pyramids weren't just stone, they were symbols of eternity. Standing in the heavy, ancient shadow of the Sphinx, he reined in his horse and pointed his sword at the limestone peaks. He waited until the wind calmed, and his voice could carry down the lines of 25,000 men. "Soldiers!" he shouted, his voice cracking with the dryness of the air. "From the height of these pyramids, 40 centuries look down upon you." It was a masterstroke of psychological warfare. In one sentence, he had elevated a desperate colonial skirmish into a clash of civilizations. He wasn't just asking them to fight for France, he was asking them to fight for history itself. The men didn't cheer, they didn't have the moisture in their throats for it, but they straightened their backs. The hearts of oak were ready. Napoleon looked toward the village of Bey, where Murad Bey had entrenched 20,000 infantry and a massive battery of 40 cannons. But it was the 6,000 Mamluk cavalry that were the real threat. To counter them, Napoleon deployed a tactic that would revolutionize desert warfare: the carré d'infanterie, the infantry square. He divided his army into 5 massive divisions, commanded by his best: Desire, Régnier, Duguay, Vial, and Beaune. Each division formed a giant, hollow rectangle. This wasn't a standard line, it was a human fortress. Each side of the square was 6 ranks deep. The first rank knelt, their bayonets angled outward like the quills of a porcupine. The second and third ranks stood ready to fire, while the interior ranks acted as replacements. Inside the hollow center of these squares, the French savants, the scientists and artists Napoleon brought to catalogue Egypt, were huddled together with the baggage donkeys. The soldiers joked, "Donkeys and scholars to the center." But the humor was grim. If those squares broke, the slaughter would be absolute. At the corners of each square, Napoleon's artillery crews stood with matches lit. They were the anchors. This was a battle of geometry. If the squares stayed rigid, they were invincible. If a single man panicked, 1,000 would die. Across the shimmering sand, the Mamluks were a riot of color and wealth.